I'm going to start a series where I go through the quotes that I highlighted on my first read of Sunrise on the Reaping. So there will be spoilers. And also, I probably missed a lot of good ones. This was just like my very first highlight. Also, my Kindle's telling me locks, like LOC versus pages, so you'll just have to deal with that, sorry. Okay, so the very first thing that I highlighted from this book is right before the first name is drawn at the reaping. And the quote is this: "No one laughs, though, because here she's the face of evil." And this is in the moment where Haymitch is talking about Drusilla, whose current outfit is a lemon yellow officer's jacket with matching thigh-high boots and a tall hat with a visor brim. Feathers fan out from the top of the hat, making her look like a deranged daffodil. And then comes our quote, "No one laughs, though, because here she's the face of evil." And this really made me think about the moment where Effie is telling Peeta and Haymitch in the first Hunger Games about how she made up this whole thing of like, oh, they're coal, but with coal plus pressure equals pearls. And how Katniss and Peeta kind of exchange a look, but they don't laugh, and they don't call her out, and they don't correct her. And this goes along with something that I've talked about a decent amount of times on here, where one of the more maybe low-key things about power dynamics or like oppressors versus the oppressed, it's just the constant reminder that the oppressors can do whatever they want, including looking silly and being, factually incorrect about things. One of the things in general about Sunrise on the Reaping is I felt like the Capitol came off more incompetent than ever. And it's interesting because in the original trilogy of Hunger Games, especially the first book, one of the overarching feelings is just about how much power the Capitol has. How they are watching you and they will stop you from doing anything that they don't like. Like Katniss in those first few chapters, or the first chapter of Hunger Games, it's almost suffocating, the feeling of the Capitol and how burdensome that is on them. And yet here we see this level of incompetence, or here as in Sunrise and the Reaping. We see a lot of times where the Capitol gets it wrong. And yet through all of that time of being wrong, the district citizens aren't laughing, aren't correcting them, aren't able to do anything about it. It doesn't matter that the Capitol is incompetent, because they have the power, they control what's seen by the world. So this quote fits in what I think is a wider theme of this book, and that is the distinct difference between reality and what is shown on TV. And that as long as most people think the Capitol has it all together, it doesn't really matter if they do or not. And this is also why Maisie is just such a great character. And I think why a lot of people are just like, fuck yeah, to everything that she says. Because finally, the Capitol is getting called out for their, ugliness. Their lack of fashion sense. And the fact that